Well, here we are. We are live. Hey, everybody. Thanks a lot for coming in. And I still have one more window to get turned on. JJ, how's your day been?
It's been a day.
Yeah,
That's about all I got.
I've heard that from the other room.
Sorry.
No, not in a bad way. I felt kind of bad that I couldn't do anything about it. Can you hear me if I'm talking straight into this?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So thanks everybody who is coming to visit us live, and for those who are visiting us after the live, thank you very much for coming in. Are you rearranging stuff there?
No,
JJ got new controls. It's okay, it's fine. It's
yeah, I
fine the
just
way
want
it
us to
is.
have the same amount of space or have you bigger and me smaller.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I don't know. I don't want a solo layout. And that's a spotlight. We were both on a minute ago. Who knows, baby? Who knows? Oh well, we're good. Because it's just the two of us right now. And we are learning how to play around with having YouTube and StreamYard going at the same time. So I think that an announcement probably did not go out on YouTube today. And that in itself is just fine because that's just how things kind of go sometimes. Um, we've had a lot of gardening this week. You want to talk about that? I talk about the green stalk, would you, and the strawberries that we got? Oh my god!
So I don't see a chat or anything either. I don't know.
If anybody's out there, could you please chat and say something? Okay, so I just posted
I
one.
saw hi over there, but I can't see it in here. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, well, it might be a single solo show that goes pretty quickly. And hopefully, though, we will be able to see comments.
There, now I can see comments. Sorry.
Okay. And you see nothing but hi from me.
They've moved. Yeah, they've moved everything around.
Yeah. Okay. No worries, hun.
This is always kind of a crapshoot because I get off at 4 o'clock. So
Yeah. I think what we're going to do, we have two people watching. It could very well be you and I right now.
it probably is you and I.
And I'm going to turn the sound off for a minute. And turn the sound down. There we go. Okay. So now I can see in the chat over here as well. So we're going to talk until we're not talking anymore, and then we're going to go. But I will say that we're going to drop these down to once. I want to make this announcement right now. We're going to drop down to once every 2 weeks because it is really, really difficult. We maybe could have made it later in the day, but I don't want people to have to pop on at 7:30 on the East Coast. And as time goes by, we're going to probably be out in the yard. But the biggest thing is that last week, while I was still undergoing treatment, it was a bit much. After being up all night and having infusion the day before, it was just a bit much for me. So we're going to do every other week. So we'll have another live 2 weeks from today on, let's see what day that's going to be. And I'm going to try and get better about having them announced earlier. But I don't know that there's any way, with what I'm doing, I don't know that there's any better way to do it. So, calendar. Two weeks from today. Will be April 9th, and that'll be our next live. It'll be April 9th. So we'll put it on our calendars and we'll get in there. So the green stalk, I think it's important to talk about the green stalk.
Hi, purring lady. Hi, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa. Hey, praying lady. How are you guys? Okay, thanks. Oh, are they in? They might be in YouTube. So YouTube did get going, and that is good, but I'm not seeing their chats. Okay, no, I do see them over here. Thank you very much. Thank you, Teresa. So the green stock, you ordered the original, right?
Yeah, well, we ordered the 5 tier. It's it's a little bit smaller than the 7 tier, but I don't know that we need any more than that. So we ordered the one that has the basket style to it, and it's full of strawberries right now. So we'll see how that goes. We'll maybe we'll get some pictures of it in the next couple weeks or whatever. We've been working in the yard. I've been working in the yard like my hind end off, but there's still too much to do. So, but yeah, we're kind of doing a test. We have the old like terracotta pot that everybody used to use for strawberries that have the little things that come out the side of it, and we're going to kind of compare the two and see if one performs better than the other or whatever. Right now, I can tell you the green stock is outperforming the other one. So
I know. And
yeah,
the pockets are 10 inches deep, and the newer one, they're 7 inches deep, but the original is 10. So I want to try carrots.
that's not deep enough.
So I'm glad that you've peaked. And no, I probably would be like you. I don't think I would peak either too much, purring lady. Okay, so this is a good question. Lynn, I have it set up on YouTube and on StreamYard as a test. So I apologize that it came on one way and not the other. When I tried to set it up where it came from my StreamYard over to over to YouTube last night while I was in YouTube itself, it told me that there was an error and that it was going to go back to StreamYard. And I thought, okay, well, that's how it's going to be. So we're going to kind of see how this is going to go. And I'm looking at my comments, and they're all coming through. They're all coming through on both platforms. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But bear with us, please. In the next 2 weeks, now that I have time, I'll spend next week when I'm doing nothing except tweaking out on those steroids next week. I'll look it up. I'll use that time to look up and see what's going on. I may reserve the right to call a friend too, because we can all do that. So we put the strawberries in, and so now we have 45 plants, 48. We have 48 strawberry plants, 3 or 4 different varieties. We're going to see how they do. We have never successfully grown strawberries here, but we have one of those little terracotta pots, right? Over at the other house.
Yeah, we did a while ago.
Oh, like 23 years ago.
They grow them all around here. I mean, they really do.
Yeah, they do very well. Well, I want to ask Praying Lady how you're doing. It sounds like you're healing very well. I'm doing okay. I'm pretty tired today, so we'll probably keep this at an hour. JJ and I talked about it last night, and he said I need you to have a down day tomorrow because you're putting out a lot of energy. We've done a lot of gardening. We got the strawberries planted together, right? We worked on that together. And I noticed going to the garden shop, which I could be there for hours and hours. I was actually really tired, and we were only there for 45 minutes last week.
Yeah, not even that.
Yeah, I was really tired. So the tired is catching up with me. My nose is running and bleeding, so I'm putting Aquaphor in, like, instead of Vaseline into my nostrils, and it's helping a great deal to lubricate my nose. Tomorrow, I'm going to go pick up a humidifier for the bedroom because the air is going to get dry. And hey, Mitzi, and hopefully that's going to be a game changer. My nose does weird things when I'm using chemotherapy. Um, and it it just gets real dry. I noticed a scar I had last time is like wanting to come out, and it's weird because it's on the outside. So I don't know how that's going to be, but I'll show you a close up at some point. And lots of water, drinking lots and lots of water. Everybody should hydrate anyway. We just came off of, well, we had a record day yesterday, didn't we? Heat
Yeah,
wise.
it was 88 degrees here yesterday.
Yeah. So it was a record day. We had, yeah, the previous was the 86, and they didn't even think we would meet that, but we beat it. It was hot. So I've been staying inside, and even you pretty much were just outside watering early in the morning.
Oh, yesterday, yesterday for sure, because I am definitely not used to any heat resembling almost 90 degrees at this point of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to be about 75 today, and then it's going to be in the 60s like
And
tomorrow.
50s.
Yeah, so she needs
And
to get on her meds.
do what?
She needs to get on her meds, Mother Nature.
Well, it's going to be a good spring, and it gives us a little time to work in the yard. Friday, we'll have quite a bit of rain, I think a half to three quarters of an inch throughout the day. And then after that, um, you know, after that, we'll be okay. And yes, we all need to get plenty of rest. Um, I had I had a, what's the thing I use for walking? A Fitbit. And it recorded my sleep and everything and gave me like a breakdown every night of my REM and my deep sleep and everything. But I couldn't update that anymore, so I ended up getting this iWatch, and it does the same thing. And I'm getting okay REM sleep, a decent amount, I guess. Deep sleep, not too much, but the like restorative sleep, I am doing pretty good, and I'm not waking up as much this week, so that's good. Hey,
Hi, Ginger.
um, hey, Ginger,
Or
and
maybe Joey.
happy anniversary, Ginger and Joey. I do want to say I agree. Praying lady, we all hope your healing is coming along well. And just take it easy, don't pick stuff up that you think, and don't get all energized or anything, because this is your time. This is your time to heal. Um and we are all doing very well, it looks like, in here tonight. Has anybody had any gardening that you've been able to do? Because I know that over on the East Coast, it's been pretty,
Been
pretty
stormy and
iffy.
stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah, it seems like it. And we've just been really lucky. But I'm looking forward to the rain. And Friday, I have to go get a blood draw Friday. And what else do I have to do? Okay, there you go. 3 weeks, do nothing, and then take that fourth week real carefully, okay? Promise us that. Okay, thanks everybody for coming in, because we're showing on two platforms, and we're just kind of getting used to it. So Mitzi, thank you for coming back over here. I don't know what's going on, but I appreciate you being here. Um, so we did that, and let's see what else. Strawberries. We got the blackberries planted.
Boysenberries.
We got the boysenberries planted. I still need to get those. I think after the live today, while dinner's cooking, which we're having very bland, plain tacos tonight, everybody. Um, what we're gonna do is, oh, good. Ginger's been out in the garden too. I hope to get plant starts done this weekend when we can't be outside. Inside, I want to get them done. And we've got dirt we can move. Also, we have lots of dirt and weeding. So we're going to, okay, so we have blackberries, boysenberries, blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. And I put up a short. I cleaned the raspberry bed. It took me 2 days, so I gave myself a little bit of grace. But I got all the weeds out of the ground, which there were more than we kind of bargained for, I think. And then pulled all the dead canes down, tacked up the new canes, and I actually see a few buds outside today. So we'll see what's going on. Mitzi, you're gonna see the dancing dogs a lot. That is Leo's specialty. The black dog that you saw doing that. Leo does that when he just wants to say, "Hey, I'm here and I love you." So
Or he wants you to throw the ball, or he wants to have a treat, or he wants to do anything.
yeah, pretty much everything in the world, huh? But yeah, the dogs do not leave my side, so you'll be seeing them a lot. I think I just went out earlier today too, and we have next time I'll have pictures loaded and show them to people while we're here live. Um, I was not a no. I was not an amazing warrior princess. And I'm not doing that much gardening. I'm seriously logging maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours a day.
Yep, I'll take everything I can get from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, Lori, enjoy your sandwich. That sounds really good. I need to be I'll be making dinner. I didn't eat lunch today, so I had a really down day. I really did. Relax. I caught up on Make It March video, not Make It March, Pies of March videos earlier today. Caught up on, I watched Ginger's videos today. I was a lurker and it was a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, so like my hour and a half to 2 hours of gardening is not a straight stretch. The other night, like Saturday night or Sunday night, I did pull up all of the calla lilies and broke them apart. And I'm trying to do like a layered kind of thing. So we have this bird of paradise that's been at our yard since the house was built in the 50s. And we've moved it a couple of times and it runs in tubers and it's a hot mess. And it's been too hot to do anything with it this past week. So I pulled the calla lilies out that were against a fence. Oh, Daniel, I'm really glad that they're helping. Daniel is saying that he starts 5FU on Monday and that my videos are helping. I will tell you that I think that's what's going to get your nose. So just get yourself some of that Aquaphor in a tube because and now I talk about my nose and it's going to run a little bit. Hurry up, catch it. Um, but I think that that's what's making my nose run. It'll thin your hair, but when I wasn't taking the iridican, the Fury part of Full Fury, um, I didn't lose all my hair. So I don't think Full Fox is going to make you, or sorry, 5FU is going to make you lose all your hair. But everybody's different. Um, anyway, gardening. So I pulled the calla lilies forward. The birds of paradise are about 3.5 to 4 feet tall. Calla lilies are about 2.5 feet tall. And then in the front of those, I don't know what I'm going to put in. But while I'm going to put it in the comment, Lynn. 5FU is for Florasil. I believe that's the name of it. And it's a common chemotherapy that is used for colorectal cancers. I believe a lot of people who have lung cancers end up using it. And I don't know because lung cancer and liver cancer are spreading to the lungs and the liver, I should say, because I'll always have colon cancer. Spreading to the lungs and liver are common places for my type of cancer to go. And I think that that's a common drug that they use for those cancers. Excuse me. I'm going to be doing that so I don't drip. But it's a thing. It's a common drug use, and they pair it with other stuff. The first time I've used the pill form, which is called capecitabine, and that's for fluorosil. And then the second one I did was an infusion, and I had full fox. What was the fox part, JJ? Do you remember?
I can't remember this stuff.
I can Google it. The fox part is the one that I think caused me to have the why can't I think of it? The neuropathy. And I gained a lot of weight too on that. My feet swelled. I had to put my feet up like 6 or 7 hours a day.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to bring up too. If you're taking, if you're going to be on these things, if your body starts to do different things, don't just power through it. Make sure that you let your doctor know. Like her neuropathy, she probably shouldn't have had a couple of extra treatments
Weeks.
that she had.
Yeah. Full fox.
Through it, but you need to let your doctor know, stuff that's going on.
So I'm just reading this off of Wikipedia. Wikipedia is my source because we are not doctors or medical professionals. We're just sharing.
And don't play one on TV. No, we're just people.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just the side effects I'm going through and my treatment regimen. FOLFOX is a chemotherapy regimen for treatment of colorectal cancer made up of the drugs folinic acid, also called leucovorin, which is the FOL, fluorouracil, that's the 5-FU, that's the F part of FOLFOX, and oxyplatin or eloxetin, that's the OX part. That the oxyplatin is the one that gave me the neuropathy because they removed that at 10, that instead of having me go through 12 whole regimens. I think still that if I would have stopped at 8, I probably would not have neuropathy as bad as I do. I don't feel my feet. But I will say that taking what's it called? What do I take at night? Magnesium, yes, has helped.
And something else is in there too, right?
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'll tell you.
And she's gone. Wow.
Did you stop talking?
Yeah, well, I mean,
you didn't have to stop talking. So it's like, magnesium. It's magnesium glycinate. Yeah. And I guess the glycinate kind of activates it. But you have to be careful because magnesium can give you the runs, as does chemotherapy. But I'm finding for me that on days where I'm a little bit loose, not where my stomach's not as happy, I will not take the magnesium. And then the next night I will. But it's making my feet feel warmer from the inside. And if you have neuropathy, you may understand what I'm saying because my feet feel freezing cold on the inside from the core out, even when they're warm to the touch on the outside. So I just like the way that they make my feet feel. But I did ask my doctor before I took it too, to make sure that it wouldn't have anything. So anyway, that's what FOLFOX is. And 5-FU is fluorouracil, and that is in everything that I've had. And I think that the folinic acid the leucovorin is also in all of my treatments. It's the last part that changes. That's the different drugs that they give me. And then I also take Avastin. They infuse Avastin. Oh, Imelda. Okay, you're using Cape Ox. That sounds different. Okay. See, so I think every case is different. Every doctor is gonna also. I'm looking it up because why not? Cape Ox. So full fox. Oh, okay. It says full fox or Cape Ox. So it sounds like it is similar in nature. I'm just looking at Wikipedia, you guys. That's my source here. Um, so, okay. So I need to catch up on this. Oh, hair or no hair. Thank you. It is thinning a lot. I don't know how, every day I get real nervous about it. And I did drop myself down to every other day. But I don't know. I've lost more hair not being on chemo than I've lost in the last few days. But it is thinning. But for the time being, it's not hurting. And I just make sure I put on a lot of conditioner after I wash my hair. So, okay, neuropathy scare her. Yeah, the neuropathy chemo side effects are scary. Oh man, so yours spreads to the brain. So you must be getting scans then from the top of your head down to like your core, whereas my scans tend to be from the neck down to about the beginning of mid thigh. That's where they do my scans. It's interesting how each cancer has its own different kind of set of rules and medications and side effects and all of that stuff, you guys.
It sounds like they all have different running partners and all that stuff, or places that they go from wherever they started. It's crazy.
Right.
Although,
Right.
you've kind of veered off from that, but um, it's really weird.
Yeah, they waited on my chemotherapy too, praying lady, after I had my colon resection. Of course, we went to a few different doctors too, because I decided I didn't want to go to the first one. However, she had ordered the same medication and had it shipped to me. That the doctor I ended up going with, he prescribed the same thing. So at least I had it, and I started as soon as they said 4 to 6 weeks was the optimum for me to start it within 4 to 6 weeks. And we were at about 8 weeks, weren't we? Because we got a little delayed by the doctor conundrum.
Yeah.
Because I think I started mid January of 2018, and I had the surgery November 17th. I remember that. November 16th.
You're towards the beginning of January.
Yeah. And yes, you guys, you have to be very comfortable with your medical team. If you're not, it's going to change your whole mindset. It really is. I would rather start my chemo late and trust my doctor and my medical team than go to somebody who I shudder at the thought of going to see. And that's how I felt about that doctor, the first one. Oh, never. Mitzi, the day journal. Um, I really want to keep one and I don't. I tend to text myself, but I got myself a journal and I really need to get better. And I'm glad that you're making that suggestion to Purring Lady because you'll forget things. And another thing that I think is important about keeping that journal, like Mitzi is saying, is that you can go through that journal when you have checkups with your doctor and go in and see if you're having like, the same kind of thing happening or if let's see, like you notice something and you forget about it and then it recurs about a week later and you maybe you don't see a pattern at first, but then later, that's what I was looking for. The word was the pattern. You may not notice a pattern at the very beginning, but then you notice a pattern or the pattern increases in frequency. And I really believe that keeping those notes and sharing them with your doctor is probably very helpful for your doctor. I just have to get better at it. And I think I just need to have it right next to the bed. And every morning before I look at my watch, before I look at my phone, I think I need to go in there and do that. Yes, Mitzi, I totally agree with that. Renee, hello. We are just chatting here. We've got somebody's two people who are getting ready to start chemotherapy. Um, so we're just talking about all the different regimens that can be taken and stuff like that. Let's see. We have a question here from Nyla. Hi, Nyla. Have you tried using capsaicin cream on the bottom of my feet or using a gabapentin cream? Okay, I've never thought about the capsaicin cream. I wonder if it would burn my skin because I have to moisturize my skin twice a day. I would I would go look into it though. I think I'll do that. I'm going to make myself a note to look into capsaicin cream. Because that's like peppers, right? That's a good idea. And see if it penetrates those nerve endings. And then gabapentin. So I've heard that gabapentin, like when people take that, isn't that a narcotic? I'd be nervous about that, but I can ask him about it. I've never heard anybody suggest, but you say you're thinking out of the box. Gabapentin cream. I've only heard of people using gabapentin like injections for stuff, and I guess it makes them tired and all that. But sometimes it's different. I'm reading the comments real quick. So Renee is like JJ in a way, except that she's a mother. Renee, since you said this, so I hope that's okay. And we're going to pray that her biopsy comes out really well. But Renee is like a caregiver, like JJ is, where she's a support system for her daughter. And so I like the idea, and I like the fact that you also kind of endorse that. Hey Tom, how you doing? We got Tom Garvey in the house too. Okay, so Mitzi says that the capsaicin is olive oil, beeswax, and pepper powder. I think we could go ahead and give it a shot. I mean, I'll ask my doctor. I don't see him. Yeah. Renee is the vintage recipe queen. You've got so many good ones. But um as far as the creams go and stuff, I'm willing to try any of that stuff if it doesn't burn my skin. And we've got rabbits. Uh-oh. Well, Ginger, you could have wild rabbits if you wanted to, couldn't you? Ginger once shot was it a buck or a doe from the roof of her house. She grabbed a gun, shot it dead, harvested her own meat. Okay. So Renee's daughter had neuropathy. Oh, did she take, if you can clarify for me, did she have the pill form of the capsaicin with the oils for a carrier? And now I'm really curious to know. I'd be willing to try anything that kind of takes away that feeling. What I really wish is that I could just feel my feet when I'm walking, quite frankly. And oh, good, everybody's saying hi in the chat. Good, glad to hear it. Glad to see it. Oh, she had the gabapentin in a pill form. Okay. Okay. We'll have to talk about that offline. Maybe that is something I'll talk to my doctor about the next time I see him. I'll put that in my notes because if I don't keep a diary every day, I do keep a list of questions for my doctor. And I have been pretty good about that. But I won't see him. Oh, today or tomorrow would have been the day I saw him on the off week. But he's not able to see patients this week, so I won't see him for 2 more weeks. Oh, see, this is really weird. I don't know. Hi, Julie. Suburban Hillbilly. Hi. I don't know what's going on the live on YouTube. I apologize. I apologize. I don't know how to make this work better. And I see that I'm looking at all I'm seeing right now is the ping. I'm just seeing the thumbnail. So JJ, what do you have planned for the garden this week, honey? Or what notices? What changes have you noticed in me, except for my language that isn't working right tonight?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just all the stuff, right? You know,
Have I changed at all? Have I slowed down to you?
you've been slowing down every week since you started, but
Oh, see, and
now
I
it's
don't
getting
feel it.
noticeable. I know you don't feel it, and sometimes it's hard not to get frustrated, but I understand it. I mean, it's like, dang it, I just want it done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I didn't put my third earring in. So, you guys, I'm putting in an earring. I only have 4 holes. So, I'm putting in an earring every time we're down. And then once I run out of holes, which will be at the end of next week, then I'm going to start putting those little cuffs that you can get. I've already got them. I got them at Target. Anyway. Okay, so we're hearing just refresh the page. I don't know. But I am seeing it on both. I'm seeing it on YouTube and this. So,
Yeah, me too.
okay. Thank you, Mitzi. Yeah, you guys hit the thumbs up. And again, if you're coming in after and you're listening to the podcast or you're listening after, thank you very much, you guys. Okay, so it looks like everything's working okay. I'm happy about that. So it appears that gabapentin is not a controlled substance or an opioid. Thank you for that. So yeah, if it's something that relieves pain, that sounds like a good thing, right? So I can ask the doctor about it, but at this point I don't have pain per se. I just have that cold sensation and just don't feel stuff on the bottom of my feet.
Well, and the funny thing about the neuropathy is you can't feel something until you do, and then it's like intensified 7,000 times or whatever.
Yeah, if I have a rock in my shoe, like a teeny tiny pebble, it feels like the Princess and the Pea. If anybody remembers that story, I can feel that. But if it's 110 degrees outside and I walk on the cement by the pool deck without shoes or socks on, I may or may not feel it.
She goes, I smell something burning. Oh, it's me.
It's not that, but it's close. Okay, good. Oh, okay. All right. See, everybody, there's always something. There's always something. Um, okay. So, yeah, again, I think it's worth asking the doctors. Okay. So, Pat Reed, hi, Pat, is saying that in Tennessee, it is a controlled substance. So, probably my guess is that in California, it is because I do know somebody who has a relative who takes it, and they were actually trying to back the relative off of it. So there must be something to it, and it sounds like it depends on where you live and the form that you're given. My doctor tends to shy away from anything that alters, like, the way that your brain is operating. A good example is one of the anti-nausea pills that I had early on was like Xanax. It was a generic name for Xanax, but it calms your anxiety, and it actually was reported to help a little bit with nausea. This time, he doesn't see the need to give me any of it, and I don't see the need to have it. In fact, I still have some left over from 2 rounds ago. I probably should get rid of it. But, yeah, just different things and different doctors and all that. Mhm. Okay, so JJ?
And then Nyla C is saying, she's saying it comes in a capsule or pill form too, but they're saying they would just use the cream.
Okay. Yeah, I read that a little while ago. So I agree. And it sounds like, it differs by state. In Michigan, it's not. Yeah. Unfortunately, people who abuse drugs are going to find any way to maybe increase the high. That's sad in itself. We should pray for people like that feel like that. Hello, Mr. Fowler. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Ace, we've got somebody here from Sydney, Australia. Oh, and I
Hey,
love, love, love that image. That is beautiful. Thank you for the well wishes. We're doing good. We're doing good here. I've told everybody at the beginning. I'm going to bring it up again. We talked about it, and I need to drop this down to every other week. I can't do it on my on weeks when I'm taking the chemo actively. I just don't get enough rest on Tuesday, and then I really don't sleep worth a darn the night before, and it was too much last week for me. So I hate to do that. I could pop on and say hi and give you a live, short or something, but I don't think it's a good idea for me to try and hold a live I'm going to call it on Wednesdays. So like our next live will be in 2 weeks on April 9th, just so you guys all know. And oh, we have another new person here, Janet. Oh no, Janet, you were here. It's Janet. It's my Janet.
yes, it's
Oh,
your Janet.
Janet. Oh, Janet. I saw that and I was like, what? How are you? How are
Yeah,
you doing?
you're so funny. Oh, there's a new person here. Oh, they have a wrench. Oh, isn't that funny?
No, I'm not having any changes that are noticeable. Sorry.
It's constant. It is constant.
Oh, that's so funny. I see the pig. I'm like, duh.
Bye, purring lady.
Okay, you guys, praying lady, have a great week. I'm praying for you too. And in a couple of weeks, we'll get to see how you're doing. And keep, drop notes in the chat or comments for me, okay? Just so that I know you're doing okay. Or send me an email. Send me an email and I can email you back just so I know, because it's the only way I know to get in touch with you. You can send it to bigvalleyliving@gmail.com. I would love to hear check-ins to make sure that you're okay when we're not live. Um, and Mitzi, I don't think I'm doing amazing. Being a little goofball today.
She thinks it's just today. It's pretty much every day. But that's okay.
Uh,
That's totally okay.
uh, I wonder if it almost acts like CBD, Nyla, because CBD cream on your feet, and on a sore spot, supposedly it works. I did not personally get a lot of relief from it, but it's a derivative of pot. What do we call pot? Marijuana, whatever. Like THC, right? But they say that the CBD doesn't make you drowsy or high like the THC component does, but it didn't do anything for my feet. I just want to tell you guys it did not help me, and it's very expensive. So if you try it and it helps you, I would love to know. Maybe I was doing something wrong. Okay. Janet, I am happy to hear that you're doing okay, but I'm glad that your heart is still ticking because it's awfully big and beautiful. You guys, Janet is half of the dynamic duo for now. I can't think of anything today.
Two
I
Doctors Homestead, dear. Two Doctors Homestead.
Two Doctors Homestead. You guys, that this is like real time how crazy my head is right now. I am telling you right now. And yeah, Mitzi, chemo and radiation at the same time, that was the worst for me. That was absolutely the most difficult regimen I have ever had to go through. Derek. Um, the radiation, it was weird because the radiation, like you didn't necessarily feel it at the very beginning. Now I hear that's different for breast cancer patients because it literally burns their skin. I did not have burning sensations in my abdomen where I had it, but after my back got really sore, and then I found out that it was creating tiny little hairline fractures. So the best thing I could have been doing would have been to have continued walking more, which sounds kind of weird, but walking more would have given me strength training in my back, and it would have kept it, I guess, better. But I kind of stopped walking as much. And if I could go back in time and talk to myself, I would have just walked a little bit more, even if it would have just been around the corner with the dogs. Hmm. Oh, good. I'm telling you guys what, the brain fog today, though, today was a nice day to just hang out. I'm so glad to see everybody in chat. All these old friends and new friends. It really does make my heart happy. So we're gonna keep plugging along, doing what we do, right? I'm gonna keep cooking as much as I can. JJ's been grilling a lot more lately. Thank you, honey, because he knows how to grill chicken like nobody's business. It's always perfect. And I mean, because he helps me in the kitchen, he helps me in the yard and everything else. So, and another thing that is noticeable yesterday, today, and maybe a little bit the day before is I'm getting a little more out of breath. And that's a very telltale sign for me. And I think that might be why I get as tired as I do, because I'm probably not getting as much oxygen. I should get my pulse ox out and see what my oxygen level is, because if you're not getting as much oxygen, obviously your brain isn't going to be as on top of things. Okay, Mitzi had breast cancer. Wow. That I think that my friend that had breast cancer she said it just burned so bad. But did that break help you, Mitzi? But obviously, you're here to tell the tale, but did that one break really, really help? Because I hope it did. Oh, I'm sorry, Rebecca. Oh my God, we do need to talk about the fact that your neuropathy was so bad. This is for people listening to the podcast. Rebecca, Suburban Hillbilly, is saying that her neuropathy was so bad that she was actually in a wheelchair because of it. And I would love to have a deeper dive on that. I really would. That is very interesting. And Janet, I agree. Behind every amazing woman is a wonderfully supportive man. I agree with that. And or a supportive parents and siblings and everything. Oh, I'm going back a little bit. I'm so sorry. Calendula cream. There's something to all these plant derived things too. Um, it's just so weird that some people get burns. It must be the way that they do the targeted therapy. Because did I burn at all, JJ? I got nauseous and I got super, super tired. And then I had the crackly back feeling.
Yeah, I don't think when you had radiation that you got burnt at all. No.
No, no, I didn't. Yes, Janet, I am wearing compression socks, although I am not wearing them today. And my ankles are a tiny bit swollen, but not that bad. I should be wearing them more often. And in fact, it's time for me to get new ones because they do lose their elasticity after a while. So maybe JJ could hook a sister up. About it's about sock 30, JJ. Oh
So,
man, Nyla found a gel and then they stopped making it. And yes, I realized today I am slowing down and I'm going to allow myself to slow down. And I'm totally okay. Oh man, Mitzi. Oh, Mitzi, I can't imagine. Oh man, I'm not going to read it out loud, but Mitzi had cancer in an area that nobody wants to have things burning down in the rear and in the midsection. That I cannot believe how much pain you must have been in. Are there lasting side effects or do they eventually go away? So everybody, it sounds like calendula cream is a lifesaver for burns. Would that be good, do you think, even in the kitchen, like aloe vera gel? Might be worth having on hand just as a relief, as a pain relief. Lori, I have to wear men's too because I have not fat legs, but I have bigger legs. Still, lots of people are wearing the compression socks. Yeah. Yeah, they're great. Okay. Wow, you guys. Every time we get together, there are so many really cool tips for people and things that we all share. And I have to thank you all for being a part of this conversation because there's no way I would hear about some of the things I hear about that could actually make it um easier for all of us. Oh, Daniel Blankenship says I've consumed so much information about diet during chemo that he's confused about what to eat. Me too. Do I want to go plant-based? Personally, I mean they've said it over and over and over again that mammalian meats, mammal meats are not good for people who've had colon or colorectal cancer. And so I'm really trying to stay away from any kind of beef. And when we do eat beef, it's grass fed, grass finished. And I don't even eat that much when I have that. Lots of chicken. I like fish. JJ does not like fish, but I need my protein. I did get some protein shakes at Costco, and I drank one. Actually, I drank one when we got home from Costco the other day that I already had in the fridge, and that helped me too. So I think I'm going to start doing a protein shake every day, and they're low sugar because I got them when I was trying to read well and still need to keep my blood sugar low, but I was using them with the whole idea of keeping my A1C down. Oh, Mitzi, that's a good idea. I could grow some calendula in the house. Nyla, get high support hose so much better than thigh high. Oh, okay. I might look at doing that. Mine go right up to my knees, but thankfully my knees aren't swollen or anything, so they work out really well. And I'm going to go back up here.
Janet's
Janet,
absolutely correct right there. Whenever,
when your body tells you to rest, that's what you need to do. I'm going to lighten it up here. This is so funny. Don't get the butter pecan flavor. Oh, I don't think I would get that for sure. In a group that I'm a part of, outside of being on YouTube, Somebody made a comment about Ensure and they said, I'm going to get the Ensure for you. And they kind of made a joke like, no, not the Ensure. So is that for protein, or I know that I know you need to use it to help gain weight, and I do not have a problem gaining weight. I have to keep an eye on what I'm eating and make sure, because right now my cravings are so bad and I want sugar so bad and I can't have it. I can't let myself do that because I'll gain 40 pounds like in 2 weeks if I let myself give into the cravings. Oh, okay, Rebecca, I think the Premier Protein Shake is the one that I got. And I don't know, JJ, since you're closer to that fridge, could you look in the door at those little skinny cans? Is that the Premier Protein Shake?
No, they're not.
They're not? Okay. I'll have to look into that. Okay, so the Premier Protein Shakes sound like they're very, very handy. And yeah, I do not actually, even with I think part of my cravings are that I'm getting that tar mouth feeling and I can't taste flavors. So I want to eat something until my mouth feels satisfied that I ate something. I hope that makes sense. Um, and also, I don't like eating breakfast. So I don't eat, I fast for about 16 to 18 hours before I eat. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that is what I do. And Natasha has always been able to eat too. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she got something in her port to make sure that she got her nutrition. That's very good. So I'll have to try Premier. It's getting an endorsement here. But I do like that one that I got. I'll have to show it to you guys in a couple of weeks. Oh, that's a good idea too. All right. So I'm going to try the Premier. Maybe that would be better for me than real cream too, because I don't need to be eating all that. And I'm seeing lots and lots of really, really nice comments in the chat going back and forth. So, you guys, thank you very much for coming in today. It's 5 o'clock, and I need to probably go take a chill pill. I'm not taking a pill. I need to go chill, take a break. And I'm glad to hear, Janet, fasting is good for cellular turnover. Well, guess what? I'm doing a good job of that. And Suburban Hillbilly, I hope that you're feeling better and continue to do so as well. I agree. And I want you to know that I have a dedicated spot for the loofah that I still have. I'll plant 3 seeds in the holes because you sent them to me it's been 3 years ago, I think. But I am going to plant loofah this year, and I have a whole row with the support for it. And my neighbor is really excited to try it too. So I'm declaring it right now. I will have those bad boys in the ground this year, and I'm excited. And here we go. Relax. Yes, everybody relax.
She doesn't know how to do that very well.
I don't. And no, we're doing the loofah, sister. We're doing the loofah. So I'm going to tell you all again how much we appreciate you all coming in. JJ, thanks for coming in. Thanks for my mods that popped in today. I really appreciate you all. Everybody in the conversation. I really love you guys and your support, not only for me, but for one another, and for sharing with everybody, because we're all learning from one another. And that's what this is all about. So JJ, what do you say? And we're praying for everybody too, Nyla.
Absolutely.
Everybody. Mm-hmm.
With that, see you later, everybody. That was really bad. Hold on.
You sounded like you just had about 12 beers.
Yeah,
JJ is not undergoing chemotherapy treatment. He's simply
I am just really tired. See you later, everybody.
Be kind.
Oh, man.